You know what's funny to me? I spent almost $200 on a pencil. What's going on, guys? My name's David Tomich and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Apple Pencil and specifically why the Apple Pencil is any good. Should you go out and spend 200 Australian dollars on what's basically just an overpriced stylus, or should you just go out and buy any old stylus, maybe one of those $20 Wish replacements? Well, let's find out. So if you were to spend almost 200 Australian dollars or about 120 US on an Apple Pencil, what do you really get? It doesn't matter if you purchase the Generation 1 like I have here or the second generation that works with the iPad Pro. The unboxing experience is pretty much exactly the same. Inside, when you pull the little tab, you don't see the pencil straight away, which is a little bit of a shame, because when you unbox an iPhone, you see exactly what you purchased and what you're really wanting to see inside the box. But instead with this one, you get a few little pamphlets, some instructions, a charger, an extra tip, and that's pretty much it. And then underneath we have the actual Apple Pencil itself. So it comes straight out, it's wrapped in a little bit of plastic that you can quickly unpeel. And that's all there is. All it is one very precisely engineered pencil. You may be wondering why I'm making this video years after the original Apple Pencil came out or several months after the second generation pencil came out. Well, the answer, guys, is very simple. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you're gonna know that I've recently started using some Apple products. I've purchased a couple iPads, a couple pencils, and everything that you can really get. I've even started using an iMac for my work purposes. Yes, there is a desktop setup behind me, but this is my home office. So I've started to kind of embrace the Apple ecosystem a bit more. And in my personal experience, I think there's some things that need to be said about the Apple Pencil and they need to be addressed about all styluses in general. So what differentiates Apple's Pencil at 200 Australian dollars from a $20 Wish item that's really cheap, nasty, and you're probably gonna lose and have to buy another one and not worry too much about? Well, that's a relatively simple question again. The Apple ecosystem is designed to hook you in and make you buy these products. When you buy an Apple Pencil first generation, it's actually a bit of a pain in the butt to set up. You have to plug it in, you have to sync it. It's not very user friendly. Unlike all the new Apple products that come out, when you unbox it, it automatically pops up on your screen and you kind of feel welcomed into their ecosystem. You don't get the same experience with this pencil. I know you do with the second generation Apple Pencil and with an iPad Pro, so that is taken completely off the negative side of things when you purchase a second generation pencil. However, some of the best things about this pencil is the simple connectability, the compatibility with all the apps, and the relative ease of use once it is connected. It doesn't have a very large battery inside it, but because it doesn't use a lot of power, it isn't constantly connected. It knows when it's asleep, it knows when it's awake. It actually retains its battery life pretty well. I think I charge mine once a week and I use it on a daily basis. And even when you do charge it, within about 5-10 minutes of it charging, it's gone from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. So from that alone, the battery itself isn't too big, but it doesn't take a long time to charge. So it isn't a huge negative or a huge burden that you have to plug it in the bottom. Whereas with the Apple Generation 2 pencil, automatically charges when it snaps onto the top and locks into place. It doesn't slip away from your iPad like this one does, is an added extra benefit. But if we're being real here with ourselves, guys, you can probably go out and buy a $20 stylus, no problems whatsoever. Because the difference between a first generation Apple Pencil and any old stylus off the block, besides aesthetic appearances, there isn't really too much. I think the main point of difference for me personally is the simple fact of how the Apple Pencil charges. Yes, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but every other example that you look at, be it Logitech, Wacom, or again, a Wish product that's real cheap and nasty, they all come with the similar charging cables that you actually have to plug them in and plug them into a wall charger. Whereas with the Apple Pencil, you can simply just plug it into the bottom of your Apple device and it will charge on the go or just sitting at your desk. I think this relatively simple feature that's been implemented into the Apple Pencil, first generation at least, is something that kind of persuades people to purchase it when they do start looking into alternatives for the Apple Pencil. If, on the other hand, you're comparing an Apple second generation pencil to potentially any other stylus out there on the market, I think you really have to reconsider your choices by going out and looking at a different option. With the Apple second generation pencil, you have all the cons from the first generation fixed up and made 10 times better. There's no more little lid at the end that comes off and you can lose very quickly, very easily. It's very flimsy and it's not very fantastic. And you also don't have the simple rolling problem when you lay it flat. It comes with a flat edge on one side, which allows you to place it simply on a surface or magnetically connect it to the iPad Pro and charge at the same time. So overall, guys, what's my opinion on these Apple Pencils? I think, yes, they are completely overpriced products. I don't think they warrant the $200 Australian price tag that they come with, but at the same time, I don't think there is a competitor out there that is even close to having all the features and all the little bells and whistles that the Apple Pencil 1 and the Apple Pencil 2 come with. So if you're somebody out there that is looking to take notes every single day, looking to draw potentially every single day, or edit in apps like Lightroom, Photoshop, Illustrator, anything like that that requires finesse and pinpoint precision, then I think you should definitely go out and invest in an Apple Pencil. If you're just an average user, doing some quick emails, potentially watching some YouTube videos, then I don't think you really need to go out and spend the additional $200 on an Apple Pencil when you can go out and spend $20, $30, $40 on your generic stylus for the iPad. And even in that situation, most of the time, I don't actually believe that a stylus is required. For me personally, I do a lot of architecture, so I have to do lots of measurements, lots of drawings, lots of markups on pages, and having a pencil is a very useful tool. Whereas if I was just doing a general day-to-day task, you wouldn't really need a stylus to work properly, and you'd probably find it less productive for most people. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash that subscribe button 2019 style. And as always, I'll see you next Monday.